PAX East 2026 games that you should check out, Part 3. Okay, you're gonna have to really stick with me on this one. Tales of Tuscany by Nico Papalia is a absurdist bullet hell-like RPG that is very weird out the get-go if you've seen the trailer. And if you aren't already convinced by the art style of how wild and bizarre this is gonna get, stay with me on the names for some of these characters, because you play as Lambie-Poo out to save the village after the evil wizard Thundergoober has destroyed it for his own personal entertainment. And there's a scream button. Y'all know how I feel about scream buttons after Skatebird. Do they serve a purpose? Not always, but I just love the fact that your character can scream. But back to the actual gameplay though, I love the bright art style for this. This game is very much obviously inspired by Undertale in regards to its bullet hell RPG-like combat. You can gaslight opponents, as they say in the trailer, to be your friend. You can destroy them. There's a whole bunch of other things that you can do that I'm forgetting, but it's such an absurd journey that you just have to either watch the trailer for yourself or obviously play the demo for at PAX. Unsent by Slimeware Games is a 3D platformer that has you playing as a heart-shaped postman named Valentine, working in the unsentiment department, a place where you work to help people get closure by delivering the letters and things they never got to say, and finally, like I said, get the closure they deserve. This is a 3D platformer heavily inspired by Mario, Banjo-Kazooie, and Psychonauts, where Banjo-Kazooie and Mario kind of inspire the collectathon elements to this. Psychonauts inspires the main meat and potatoes of this platformer that you're going to love, like the 70s art style, and especially the story. Because again, going back to the unsentiment department, this looks to deal with the inner human mind much like Psychonauts does. I'm a huge fan of the Psychonauts series. I love Psychonauts 2. It's in my top 5 games of all time. Psychonauts 1 is in my top 10 games of all time. And Unsent just looks to have that fun, free-flowing 3D platforming that continues the trend that I love Psychonauts doing. Using platformers, especially 3D platformers, to tackle heavy things about mental health awareness and using the vast world around you as a vessel for your story and what you want to say and how to tackle things like closure in this game especially. It is a game that released last year in early access, keep in mind, but if you want to support a 3D platformer and help it get better by its 1.0 release and give some feedback that'll truly make this game memorable, this is your chance to do it at PAX East, because again, I can't reiterate it enough, this is going to be a sleeper hit for me, I feel like, whenever this finally gets a 1.0 release.